It starts with a single drop of rain, or one humid afternoon. That shiny piece of steel you left outside, it's being eaten. Most of us call it rust. We think of it as a stain, or just a sign that something is getting old. But rust isn't dirt, and it's not just a coating sitting on top. Rust is the metal changing into something else. Its chemistry you can actually see in slow motion. Welcome to the smart side. Today, we're looking at why iron turns orange, why it spreads, and the secret battery hidden on every rusted surface. First, a quick distinction. Not every metal rusts. In science, rusting is reserved for iron and steel. Other metals corrode, like the green on the Statue of Liberty. But they don't make that classic, flaky orange crust. That look belongs to iron alone. So, why does it happen? The simple answer is, iron is restless. Pure iron isn't very stable in our oxygen-rich atmosphere. It wants to return to a more stable state, the state it was in when we first dug it out of the earth as ore. If oxygen and water are present, the iron starts its journey back to nature. Now, here's the part that catches people off guard. Rust is basically a tiny battery. Not a battery you can hold in your hand, but a microscopic electrochemical system running on the surface of the metal. In one spot, iron atoms lose electrons. Oxidation. Those electrons travel through the metal to another spot, where oxygen and water are waiting to grab them. As this circuit runs, the iron is literally being eaten away, spot by spot, and rebuilt into a new compound, iron oxide. But why that specific orange-brown color? Color comes from how a surface handles light. Smooth, polished metal reflects light like a mirror. That's why it's shiny. But rust is rough, porous, and jagged. It scatters light in every direction, killing the shine. More importantly, iron oxide molecules are tuned to absorb blues and greens, but reflect the reds and oranges. This isn't just happening in your backyard, either. It's happening across the solar system. Mars is known as the red planet for one simple reason. Its surface is covered in iron-rich dust that has rusted. Mars is, quite literally, a rusty world. You might wonder, why doesn't the rust just form a protective skin? Aluminum does exactly that. It forms a thin, invisible layer that shields the metal underneath. But rust is different. Rust is flaky. It cracks. It lets water and oxygen sneak through to attack the fresh iron below. And here's the most destructive part. Rust takes up more space than the iron it came from. As the iron turns to rust, it swells. This expansion creates massive pressure, cracking paint, jamming machinery, even snapping concrete pillars from the inside out as the steel reinforcements expand. So, next time you see a rusted bolt or an old car, remember, you aren't just looking at old metal. You're looking at a chemical battle, a tiny battery, fueled by the air we breathe, slowly turning our steel world back into dust. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like and subscribe to the smart side. It helps us keep the lights on and the chemistry coming. See you in the next one.